I'm on a pretty nice walleye, guys. I'm on something finally, guys, and it's decent. Guys, I just hooked up with something nice. Like, real nice. What is going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of All Mouth Bassing. Today, I'm out at one of my favorite reservoirs. I've actually been out here kind of recently, but it's getting later and later in the year. It's gonna ice over pretty soon here because the nighttime temps are getting crazy low. So I wanna get out here, take advantage of the open water while I can. And there are all sorts of species down here. I've had some great luck trying to target all sorts of different things here. So today I don't really have too much of a plan. I haven't even started fishing yet, so I don't really know how to expect things to go. But it's a beautiful late fall day, and I'm hoping to get into maybe some panfish, maybe some bass, walleye, pretty much whatever I can, really. I'm probably gonna throw an assortment of different lures for different kinds of fish, and we'll just see what happens. I've got a few hours to work with, so I'm gonna shut up about it, get down to the water, and get some casts out. All right, guys, before I start casting, I'm actually gonna get a catfish set up out there. I've had some pretty good luck with catfish in this lake in the past, and water temps are getting super low at this point. So out by that structure, I'm thinking there should be some bait stacked up, trying to get some of the warmth that structure should be giving off from the sun hitting it. So I'm thinking where there's bait, there might be some catfish. Gonna go ahead and send this out in that direction, and we'll see if I get any bites. Oh, almost forgot to mention what bait I'm throwing. I've got a nasty old bluegill cut bait head on, and I've got it tipped with a live redworm. So we'll see how that does. I most likely will end up throwing around some bigger baits for some bass or walleye or whatever. But before I do that, there's actually some really nice yellow perch and crappie in this lake. So I'm gonna throw around some micro baits and see if maybe I could get into some of those first. I'm gonna start off with this Dynamic Lures micro spinner. It's a chartreuse colored one, and this spinner is the perfect size to rig up with a small live bait or a microplastic. So I'm gonna tip it with some live worms and toss it around and see what I can maybe get into here. Well, I just threw this spinner around for way longer than I planned, and nothing really seems to want it today. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and switch baits. I think I'll switch to one other micro bait and try just a little bit more for panfish. If I don't have any luck pretty quick, I'll probably switch and start targeting the bigger species after that. Well, I was kind of hoping to get into maybe some EATER, crappie, or perch today to throw on a stringer. So far, my chances are looking kind of slim, but like I said, trying one more micro bait for a little bit. I'm just gonna throw this around for a little while. If I don't get bit pretty quick with it, I'm gonna switch out and start throwing bigger baits. But I've got a little black and silver crappie swimmer tied on now on a 16th ounce red and chartreuse ball head jig. Let's get it out there and see if anything's more interested in this. I figure they weren't too into that chartreuse, the all chartreuse bait, so we'll try something with a little bit more of a natural colored body and see how that goes. I already had this Googan Squad Mini Klutch in the color Ghost Gill tied on from the last time I was fishing. This is a nice little lipless crankbait, and I've had some pretty good luck with lipless cranks in the past in this lake, so Gonna go ahead and just try tossing this around a little bit. We'll see if I get any bites on it. I'm on something finally, guys, and it's decent. Oh, and it just spit me. That was a really nice bass. I saw it. It turned sideways and everything. That was a really, really nice bass. At least getting a bite is a pretty good sign. Hopefully we get more. I'm on a pretty nice walleye, guys. Wish I could have landed that bass earlier, but I'll settle for a walleye. If I could land this thing, I'll be pretty stoked. It's not a huge one or anything. I just don't want to lose another fish, so I'm trying to take it easy on this one. I think I got it though. Oh yeah. Probably a nice little 15-incher or so. Not too bad. Alright guys, what a beautiful little fish. Looks like a saugeye actually, which a lot of the walleye I catch technically are saugeye, but nice little, like I said, probably about a 15-incher. I didn't bother to measure it, but beautiful little fish. Let's get it back in the water. So stoked this thing bit. Saved me from the skunk. Alright. Awesome. Well, alright. As y'all can see, it's getting pretty late in the night now, but finally beat the skunk. Maybe things are going to start turning around now. Let's get this lipless back out there and see if we could get another one on the old mini clutch. Guys, I just hooked up with something nice. Like real nice. I think it's a walleye, but I can't tell. It's not quite as big as I thought, but it's a pretty good one. I honestly thought it was going to be bigger. Looks like it's hooked pretty good. Let's see. Yes, sir. Freaking choked it. That is a beautiful walleye, though. Hell yeah. Okay, I went ahead and got a measurement on this beautiful fish. This thing comes in at 18.5 inches. So this is a keeper walleye at any lake in the state. Let's get it back in the water, though. I don't think I'm going to hang on to this one. Slow rolled out of there. Beautiful fish. All right, we are finally turning things around, guys. That's 2 decent walleye on the board now. It's getting pretty dark out, as y'all could see at this point though, and I haven't really decided exactly how long I'm going to stay out, but I think I'm going to stick around for at least a few more casts. So I'm going to go ahead and get this mini clutch back out there, see what else we could get. Well guys, I'm starting to think I got lucky just before dark there earlier and just got into a early walleye bite window there and fished through it, because it was completely dead all day there, and then for like a half hour the bite got hot and then it completely died again. I've been sending this little mini clutch out for quite a while longer now, a little over an hour probably, and I didn't get a single other bite. So I'm thinking the bite pretty much died, and I think that's a good time to call it a night. So the fishing tends to get pretty tough this time of year, especially on weird years like this year when the weather's just all over the place and it can't really seem to decide what it wants to do. But luckily the walleye tend to keep biting pretty good all the way up until ice. So usually if you've got some open water and you can flip around some baits like I was throwing, like that Googan Squad Mini Klutch, which I haven't really fished around much with that until the other day when I was throwing that, and I'm really glad I decided to try it out. It's probably going to be one of my new favorite lipless cranks, because I was doing pretty well with the walleye once they heated up and started eating there. But anyway, I would have liked to have caught maybe like some perch or maybe some crappie, something I could have taken home and eaten other than a walleye. I didn't really want to keep a walleye because I just kept one the other day and ate one. So I was hoping to catch something else to take home and eat. I didn't manage to get that done, but at least, like I said, the walleye were cooperating and I managed to get a couple of those, including that one real nice one. So can't really complain about that. I did end up releasing the walleye that I caught, so I didn't take anything home for dinner, but I was still pretty happy with the way the night went, because I've been getting skunked quite a bit lately, so just catching a couple decent fish was all right with me. But anyway guys, that's about all I got to say about it, so I'll see you on the next one, and I'll see you on the water.